If you want to build a proper portable toolkit, well, this is the video for you. Well, I'm Brian Cosby with Provide and Protect, and today we're talking about the tools that I take with me every day when I'm doing projects around the homestead. If I'm building anything, if I'm fixing anything, these are the tools that I take with me, along with these as well. This just lives in the back of my side-by-side, so I can just get in my side-by-side and go and take care of a project. Now, I've got duplicates of everything here in my workshop, and so if I'm in my workshop, I can just do projects in here and use those tools. But these are the most essential tools because these are the ones that I take with me. And so what I want to do today is bring you in and show you what's in here, and maybe you're looking to build out a toolkit, a proper toolkit, or maybe you're thinking, you know, I just want to compare notes and see, maybe he's got stuff that I need or might want to consider putting in my toolkit. Well, you know, that's a great thing about a platform like this. And if you have suggestions or thoughts of maybe tools that I should include in my kit, please drop those down below. But I'll bring you in and we'll take a look at what's in here. All right, so before I get into the actual tool bag itself, let me talk about a couple of these other things real quick. So I've been using these DeWalt 20-volt impact driver and drill for many years. In fact, I had early editions when I was in college in around year 2000, so 25 years ago. And I've gone through a couple of different versions of these as they've gotten smaller and lighter weight. And I've got a whole bag of batteries, and I just take these off and I can use, I've got a lot of DeWalt stuff, so I can just kind of interchange the batteries, which is really nice. But I take these everywhere because I use these all the time for various projects. So with those, obviously, you've got the various bits for the impact driver and drill bits. So you know, screwdriver bits and everything else in here, star bits, and then the actual drill bits here. So those kind of just go with me everywhere. And I just want to go ahead and talk about that because I think those are essential, or something like that is essential. Now over here, I've got these Work Pro, and I just put them on the, kind of marked on the outside, metric and SAE or Imperial. So the nice thing about these sets here, and like I said, I'll try to drop links for some of the stuff down below. But I like these sets. They roll up, and all of them, if I take out like the 14 millimeter, they're all ratcheting, which is really nice. So I found that really nice, and they kind of bend right there. So obviously we're always doing projects on like the sawmill or something, and then you just roll these up. And when I'm doing those projects on the sawmill, it takes this kind of stuff. So that goes with me. And then some kind of a socket set. So this is just a DeWalt basic socket set. You know, you can use all kinds. Like I said, I've got other ones in my shop here, but I like these. I've got several of these kinds of cases that DeWalt makes, and they stack up really nicely. So it's just something nice to have. All right, in here, I've been using this S-Wing hammer forever. I do have some other hammers I actually like better than this, but when I'm actually taking this with me, this is the hammer that I've loved and used. I don't like the claws that come down in a hard bend right here. I like this because I can pry stuff a lot better, get nails to a lot better with this. So anyway, S-Wing hammer. Got all kinds of kind of pliers in here, and snips. I didn't clean this out for you guys, sorry. This is my working tool bag. But obviously some linemen's, cutting wire snips. I don't know how you pronounce it, if it's Knipex or Knipex, but they're not the cheapest. It's kind of like, I think they're German maybe, or I'm not sure where they're made. But wherever they're made, they're really high, yeah, made in Germany. Okay, so they're high quality. They're kind of like a Snap-on, USA made Snap-on, but needle nose as well. And then I like both of these. I don't know what they call these, like a Cobra grip or something, but made in Germany. But I like them because they've got really pretty aggressive teeth on there. So if I really need to pry something, I've got it. Or if I don't want to damage something, then I can use these, and these are smooth, and that's really nice too. So obviously, good selection of those is important. Kind of going with wrench here, just basic adjustable wrench. This is an 8-inch right here, so need to have something like that. Got all kinds of screwdrivers in here. I probably have too many. Again, sometimes I just, yeah, I definitely have too many in here. I might even have more, I'm not sure. Oh, I have another 8-inch. I don't need 2 8-inch. This is probably a good thing for me to do with you guys, taking out some of this extra stuff. So I'll put that over there. But just a selection of screwdrivers. Also got some smaller ones over here. Sometimes you need just tinier ones. So I've got those kind of right there. But I like just obviously the Phillips number 2. Again, I'm not sure why I have 2 of these in here. So I do have a couple of these Huskies as well. Oh, here it is. I've got a set of these just Huskies, kind of basic set. But I like these. The reason I like these kind, like the Craftsman or these Huskies here, they're not that expensive and they don't roll off the table. So these have a tendency, because they're like this, they have a tendency to roll off the table. They're more comfortable in the hand, right? But they roll off the table. So anyway, obviously you don't need this many, and I'm going to be culling my selection here. But it is good, for example, to have a smaller, kind of medium one, obviously smaller one over here, medium, large. So, all right, obviously a framing square, triangle, whatever you want to call it. I used to always call these speed squares. But the Swanson, just a classic. This just goes with me, whether you're using a saw to cut, obviously marking things, doing rafters, all that. This also goes with the impact driver right here. So you can pull this off, put this on, and if you have to get in tight spaces, I really like this right here. And you can take this little knobby handle off if you want to as well. But I like it because you can bend it as well. So pretty nice little thing. Again, I'll try to drop some links. I'll put that over here. Try to drop some links for this stuff down below. Set of kind of Allen wrenches. Got this right here from DeWalt. Both SAE and I guess they're all SAE on this one. And then I've got these Allen wrenches here. And these are just some Husky ones. And this is both SAE and metric on here. So having a good selection of that. I like having these big ones. Sometimes you need a longer one when you're doing a project. But that just kind of hangs out right there. All right. This is just for sockets. So if I want to use not just the actual socket, but just like a screwdriver version of the socket, then I can use that. Let me just talk about this outside little pouch right here. This just has a lot of different drill bits in here. And also I use this outside pouch when I'm doing a project and I've got screws or nails that I need to throw away and I don't have a trash bag with me. I just throw them in there, and then when I get back to my shop, I just take them out and throw them away or something. So that's that. There's nothing really special about this bag. There's all kinds of bags like this out there. I just like this, that I can just see everything in, grab and go. Obviously, it's very old. I've been using it for many years, and it's held up really well. So it's called AWP HP. I have no clue about that brand, but anyway, little level in here, just a torpedo level. I carry a 2-foot with me often, but just again for this bag, just a little 2-foot. I've got a couple, at least 2. Might have more. No, I do. Got 3. Got 3 measuring tapes. Again, I don't need 3, so I'll probably get rid of the Stanley Fat Max. It's just too much for me. I've got a whole video on these, which I really like. These DeWalt Atomic Compact Series. They're more narrow, but they're still beefy and heavy duty. They've got more features. Put your finger right there and pause it coming in if you want. It's just a nice, thoughtful design. So I really like these DeWalt ones, 16-foot and a 25-foot. So those are nice. I want to get rid of this one from my tool bag. Zip ties, just got some basic zip ties in here. I did not do this properly. I should have. When you get a zip tie bag, don't cut the end off like I did. Just cut it in the middle, make a little slit in the middle, and then you can pull them out from the middle, and then they don't all dump out in your bag, which happens to me. So anyway. Oh, look, another screwdriver. That makes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 so far. 8, 9 screwdrivers. You don't need that many. Okay. Got some more Allen wrenches. Yeah, we're going to narrow this down. Obviously, you need some kind of utility knife. That's really handy to have in here. No way. Another screwdriver. 10. Oh, goodness. I'm getting embarrassed on here. Got some like 10 snips. Those can come in handy. Rarely do I use these, but when you do, they're nice to have with you. Stud finder. Another utility knife. This is the kind that you can open up and you can break off the dull parts on there. Always good to have a little brush to clean stuff off. I found I actually use this pretty often when I'm trying to locate a bolt or a screw or get the dirt out of the head of the screw. This is perfect for something like that. Obviously a voltage meter here, so it's always nice to have this kind of tester if you're doing some electrical work. I found this pry bar. I don't know what they call it, a cat's claw? I can't remember what they call this, but kind of a cat's claw pry bar for getting nails out, getting boards, two boards, they're stuck together, prying that apart. Obviously I've been beating on it for certain projects. Just a regular file, so sometimes you just need to file something down, make it sharp again, so having that with me is nice. A little flashlight is just a Streamlight flashlight thrown in here. Lighter, this is mainly, I don't smoke, but if you did, that'd be nice, I guess. But this is for burning the ends of paracord or rope. That's why I have that in there. You got, let's see, this is a laser on here that you can. It's a distance meter, a Bosch distance meter. Another lighter in case the other one burns out. Again, I don't know why I have a second. Oh, I know why. No, it's not a great reason, but sometimes you see the difference between these two. This one tapers off. I don't like the taper. I like it more of a flat edge all the way or close to the edge. So that's why I prefer the DeWalt, but I'd probably get rid of this one out of here. Man, a third lighter. Definitely don't need 3 lighters in here. Got a wire stripper. We're doing, again, electrical work. Got one more of these. So now I've got 3 of these in here. You can tell that oftentimes I'm not sure if I have something in here. Oh, and I found another one. And I just throw it in here just to make sure I have it. You can tell the things I really value in here, things I've got multiple of, like these. I do really like these Stanley. I've always just used these for many, many years. And you obviously get extra blades in there. I keep a bottle of 3-in-1 oil. This is my favorite kind of oil for most kind of tools. And if I'm trying to get a really rusted on nut or bolt off something, I use this. And I also use this for cleaning knives as well. So I really like having that. I've got a pair of scissors in a pocket over here. Got some WD-40 right there. And then here's some various marking instruments. So obviously just some regular pencil. These are nice because you can measure 1/4 inch, and they don't roll off the table. I like the flat ones for that reason. But these are also nice because I can get a much finer point with that, and this comes with a sharpener on the back, and there's extra lead in there. So that's also a nice one to have. Paint can opener. One of these kind of elbow type screwdrivers with a Phillips and a flathead on there. And then just some electrical tape. Got this little key for my worm drive, my skill saw. Got some of that, what do you call this? It's the tape that goes on the pipe threading tape here. And that's pretty much it in here. I do have one of these kind of telescopic magnets here, so if I need to pick up something that's fallen in my vehicle or something, or my side-by-side, got that. Got a second one of those, again, not sure why. And just some spare wire if I need it. That's what's in here. On the side, this is like this, but smaller, and maybe this works and this doesn't, or vice versa. So it's the same idea. I put this on the impact driver, and that's really nice. Got some extra blades, a tire gauge, and then I do use these a lot. These are my wire strippers, so I use these quite a bit. So it just stays in a little pouch right there. And then just some marking instruments and some other things. Here's some punch, there's punches there. But that's it. That's what I take. with me. And again, obviously I need to cull some of the stuff that I have in here. I think it said 10 different screwdrivers. So thanks for watching this, because this is going to help me get cleaned out here. But I have, like I said, this bag's been great. No problem with it. I just like all the pockets on the inside here and outside, and it's just nice. There's not one over here, but you know, I think this has been a great little bag. I've seen a DeWalt one very similar to this that I've been looking at, so I might go with that at some point here soon. But anyway, guys, yeah, I think that's it. Well, guys, I hope this has been helpful for you today, and I'll try to drop links for some of this stuff down below. But if you're not done so, please consider hitting that like button and subscribing to the channel. We appreciate you and your support for us. We'll see you in the next video.